This is part 2 of our Nullabor adventure, where we found breathtaking views, caves, and homesteads more than 200 years old. But let's get going and finish the 1,200 kilometre stretch of road. Right, we are back on the road, back on the tar.
Yeah, we have a couple more stops to see, so I was just looking at Google Maps because you see every now and then a few photos of trucks parked right on the cliff. So I've actually found that one. So we should be right to drive up here and park right on the cliff face.
Hopefully if it's not shut.
Yeah, as long as it's not shut.
Yeah, so.
Well yeah, quick drive, 20 minutes and we'll be there.
Yeah. Alright, we just pulled up to scenic number 3. And we're literally
5 metres away from the cliff.
driving on the cliff.
Driving on the edge of Australia, guys.
This is like, you can come here. There's no signs saying no. So number 3 is where to go. Yeah. And there's a huge storm, if you can see it.
Yeah, it is raining right there. So we're hoping that comes this way.
It'd be so cool to see it rain here.
The water, look how aqua the water is down there.
We'll get you guys out and we'll show you. And action! We are at
the edge of Australia.
The edge of Australia, and I will insert drone footage here. Just want to take a moment to say thank you for tuning in, and if you like what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. It means so much to us, and I hope you're enjoying this video so far.
Now the drone footage is done.
Now that you're back,
we are walking over here to have a look.
Yeah.
And you know what's scary?
You can actually see on the drone all the collapsed.
Well, how when you look at the bank, right? You got the bank. Here, you got to video me. I'm talking now. Hey, you got to video me.
Oh, me? Oh, yeah. You can video yourself,
No, look.
All right.
So, right, on the drone, you would have seen. Here's your bank. It's straight, but it's actually eroded out like that. So when you stand up here, it could collapse at any time. And it's very scary, actually.
It's more scary now that we've seen the drone footage and we're like, oh, no. So here we are, walking up to the edge of Australia.
Yeah. You go any further than this, you hit Antarctica if you fall in the water.
And our storm's gone. It must have
dissipated. But you can get like the feeling in your chest because you know it's eroded under your feet now. Look down, that's a long way down.
Hang on, I'm going to do this so I don't have to. Alright, how's that look, guys?
It's scary, isn't it?
And the thing is, like, we looked up further and as you can see, like, it's all collapsed. And people are camped up there. We can see on the drone that it looks collapsed, but
yeah.
I don't think they
and they're parked right above where it like goes in, so it's crazy.
We'll stay back here.
I feel like I've got to throw something over the edge.
Throw a rock. Yeah, throw a rock over the edge of Australia. Make Australia longer.
Ready? Whoop. I didn't even make it to the water.
No, it didn't even make it to the water.
It didn't even go near the water.
Throw it harder.
I need a bigger rock.
Look at this all collapsed here.
Yeah.
Oh, that one made it. No, I got pushed in.
I didn't even make it.
You're not strong enough to make Australia longer.
I need a heavier rock.
All right. Well, while you search for that, I think we might camp here tonight.
Yeah, you can't come all this way and not camp on the edge of Australia.
Yeah, you got to clamp.
Glamp.
We're glamping. You got to caravan.
Even camping. Yeah, we're glamping.
Who cares? Caravanning, camping, same thing.
We all started off in swags.
Yep. We'll camp here tonight because, yeah, like Kade said, you can't not camp on the edge of Australia. You can't come all this way and not camp here. So we're pretty far away from the cliff, which is fine. We're happy there. We can walk up to the cliff if we want to. So we'll let the dog out and let her sniff her territory and go from there.
We're good to go. Righto, guys, this is camp set up. So we've just pulled up here. Got our little chocks under the car. Shania's just taken Milly down to check the edge of Australia. But what I wanted to talk about is, because some people may or may not know, a lot of Australia was actually underwater a long time ago. So if you go to any cave tours and stuff like that, they'll actually say how Probably 99% of the caves that I've been to, they've always said that they were always underwater. And so we are standing on the cliff and the water level is at, I guess, 30, 40 meters lower than where it is now. But if I show you this, everywhere we look is shells. As far as you can see, all that is just seashells. So it's pretty crazy how high the water level was and how far it has dropped now. So yeah, a little bit of fun information for you guys.
Surely amazing.
Rightio guys, that is the end of day number 2. Now we got to see the big cliff and there's plenty of storms around and it's ice cold. The wind is ice cold, but tomorrow we get to keep on keeping on and we get to see site number 3.
And we cross the border.
We get to cross the border and they get to interrogate us for fruit.
So yeah, this will be a nice night. Hopefully this storm will hit us. We can hear the rain, fall asleep to the rain.
Rain. There's literally, like, look behind us. There's storms there. There's storms there. There's storms there. But wait, there's storms there. But none. Look at the ground. It's still dry.
All right, guys. We'll
see you in the morning.
Well, I could think of worse places to have my morning coffee. Not too bad for day 3 on the Nullabor. Oh, you want to see the sunrise? Righto guys, it is day 3 on the Nullabor. As you see, we just left camp, driving along the along the Bunda Cliffs, and we went on a little treasure hunt this morning. We had a friend that come through here 2 months ago, left us a little
We put a little Coke bottle in a post with directions. We did get lost 3 times trying to find it.
Yeah, that was my fault.
We did find it.
We found it.
We found his little treasure
this
hunt.
is a shout out to JT. 2 months ago, he
Yes.
left us a little treasure hunt. So
thanks very much, mate.
it was good fun this morning. We spent like an hour trying to find it. So, but we will head out and have a look at this little cliff.
Yeah, scenic number 3, scenic lookout number 3 we're at.
Yeah.
But the weather is turning it on. It's ice cold.
It's cold, but it's sunny at least. So let's have a look. There's like a little track you can follow down there.
How crazy was it that this morning we were 20 k's up the road and at, I don't know, 50, 100 metre drop to the ocean, and here, if you wanted to, you can walk to the ocean, and all the way up there, Western Australia, it's dead flat. I don't know if you can see it on GoPro.
Yeah, we're only, what are we, 30 k's from the border?
30 k's or so from the border, yep.
Mm.
So yes,
All
we get
right.
that excitement.
Yeah. Stop at the quarantine station.
Oh yeah, chuck out them apples.
All right, let's keep going. All right, we have pulled up at the quarantine area.
Yes, we are standing in front of a famous sign. Not that you can probably see, and a big kangaroo.
And this is our first fuel stop.
Yes, our first fuel stop. So we're just going to go in here, quickly get some diesel, and then we go get our quarantine inspection, and then we are officially in Western Australia.
Yeah, our clock's already ticked back. So we woke up at 7:30.
Drove, it was 10 o'clock, and now it's 7:30 again.
Yeah,
oh my
so
god, we
it's like
time
just
traveled.
All right, let's go.
This is what we call
A robbery.
no, a bank breaker. $2.75 a litre. Rightio, so we've just pulled up here. We're at the inspection station, and we can see clearly they do go through everything. So, quarantine checkpoint, welcome to Western Australia. They are checking inside the cars.
Yeah.
They're checking like as if we're smuggling people. Anyway, we're up next, guys.
All right, we are all clear. We just had to throw our potatoes out.
We had spuds.
Yeah, we had potatoes that we had to throw out, which we kind of forgot about. But anyways, lovely people. If you just, you know, do your thing with them, they'll help you out. So we're just going to go take a photo with the border sign, and we are officially in WA.
Woo!
Woo!
Would you look at that?
We
Western
made it!
Australian, the South Australian sign, guys.
All right.
So, yeah, keep
That's
on
us.
keeping on.
All right, we have been driving.
And driving.
And driving. We've got some snacks in the caravan because it is 10:30, but for our bodies it's like
12 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's 1 o'clock.
I think it's almost 1 o'clock for our bodies. So we're going to try and drive as far as we can because we're running out of food. Actually,
this stretch of road, there's not much to see, and it's like 700 k's long.
yeah, and I kind of thought that like the South Australian part was the longest, not the WA part was the longest.
Yeah, apparently you do the Nullabor, which you think's boring, but then you get into WA and then it's actually boring.
Yeah, we're still on the Nullabor.
It's still boring.
It's all boring. So we'll just, I don't know, see you in a couple hours, I suppose.
Maybe.
Bye. Right, 90 miles straight. We drove
Hang on.
Boston.
We didn't realise that we're only just on the 90 miles straight now, the Nullabor. We've it's been a long day. We're pretty tired. We're just umming and ahhing about if we should pull up or not, and then bam, 90 miles straight. And guess who's driving?
No. I said to Kade, I don't want to drive. Oh, look at that snake. I don't want to drive for the long straight part.
I thought we'd already done it, honestly.
No, we've done. This is still the Nullabor, but this is like the straight part.
I know. Look
This
at the
is
map.
dead
Look.
Straight.
So yeah, fun.
Yeah, so fun.
We're seeing about 90 miles.
Alright, we've
We
just
are-
switched drivers because we only just pulled up, so don't worry.
Yeah.
But we've just pulled up at some rest area because for us it's 4 o'clock, but it's actually only 2.
Yeah, it's a bit later now, actually. It's almost fair. Anyway, it's been a long bloody day.
Yeah, so we just pulled up. Anyways, that's day 3 on the Nullabor. Alright.
Day number 4, sorry,
Yes.
on the Nullabor.
Yeah, the 4th and final day, probably.
Yes. So, but we pulled up at this nice little secluded campsite.
Which you saw yesterday. We were so buggered. We went to sleep at like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we thought it was secluded, but then everyone just turned up and literally
Yeah.
parked us in.
If you're worried about being alone on the Nullabor, think again because there is probably like,
There's,
I reckon 10 or 15 cars here.
yeah, more, because a
More.
lot left already, and it's only, oh, our clock's wrong. It's like 7 o'clock, and a lot have left already, but yeah, she's busy. So you'll never be alone.
Never. But we are on our way. 4th and final day. Let's hit it.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. And there you have it. 1,200 kilometers later. Here we are. That's it.
Welcome to Norseman. So guys, that is the end of the Nullabor.
Yeah.
We made it. That was that 1,200 kilometers?
12, yeah, 1,200 I think.
Yeah, quite the trek, that one. Not a lot
long.
to do, not a lot to see.
Yeah, on the Western Australian part there wasn't much to see, but the
No.
South Australian part there was.
Yeah, South Australia part, you got all the scenic lookouts and the big bite and everything like that. The Western Australia side, there's bugger all.
Not much.
Unless we missed, it's a bit rough here. Unless we missed a lot of it. But yeah, there wasn't a whole lot to see. Yep.
We'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.